Michael B. Jordan!
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Michael B. Jordan.
Stevenson. Jamie, talk a little bit about this film, man. I got you. We going live? All right, we going live on this. Okay, right now we're on Jamie's Instagram Live. Jamie, talk to him about the movie, man.
This is the most important film ever that I've ever been a part of, and I will tell you why. First of all, I want to give props to Michael B. Jordan for what he did behind the camera and in front of the camera. He captured. What's wonderful about his career is that he captured our hearts in Fruitville Station. He touched us in such a way that we could connect. Then he went on to Black Panther, where he played Killmonger, and you had the bigger muscles than everybody in the film. But at the same time, he brought a narrative to a villain that we've never seen before. It's still connected with our culture. And now to be at the situation where he is in his career, to take a movie like Just Mercy, I commend him for that because it's for us. Give it a film for that. And to bring to life a real hero. A lot of times we talk about heroes in the sense of movie, but to see a real hero in Mr. Bryan Stevenson, give it up for him once again. He does not fatigue in what he does. He tirelessly goes about his job exonerating people off of death row. This is something that we hope that when people see this film, that Bryan Stevenson will become a household name because he is our real life hero. Bryan, would you like to please?
What an intro!
Thank you. I just want to thank everybody for coming out and being a part of this process. Working with these amazing people has been such a real thrill for me. And when you watch the film, I'll just say a couple of things. Karen Kendrick plays Minnie McMillan, the wife of Black Client. And when you see her performance, I want you to think about the hundreds of thousands of people in this country who have lost loved ones who've gone to jails and prisons. There are 132 million people in America that have a loved one in a jail or prison, and they struggle and they suffer. They sometimes feel alone and abandoned. And Karen's performance brings to life the struggle for people, families, communities that are dealing with this issue. When you see O'Shea Jackson, he plays a client of mine by the name of Anthony Ray Hinton. He spent 30 years on death row for a crime he didn't commit. There are still thousands of innocent people in jails and prisons, and they are waiting for justice. And his performance allows that weight to become real for us. When you see Brie Larson playing Eva Ansley, the person I've had the honor of working with for 30 years, she's not a lawyer. She's an ordinary person who's committed to doing extraordinary things. And what Brie's performance teaches us is that we can all make a difference. You don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be celebrated, you don't have to be an actor, but you can contribute to justice in this country. When you see Jamie's amazing performance as my client Walter McMillan, you see the humanity and the dignity of people who've been incarcerated, their struggles, their hopes, their fears, and he brings it to life in a way that you have to care. And then when you see Michael in this role, you see somebody who's trying to get it right, who's giving his all, who's put in his heart, his mind, his soul, his body, his spirit, into bringing to life these stories. And because of what these amazing, talented people have done, I hope we'll be motivated to honor their work and find ways to contribute in our own ways. We've got the highest rate of incarceration in the world. We've got a system that treats you better if you're rich and guilty than if you're poor and innocent. We need to fix our justice system, and we can't do that if we just enjoy this movie, go home, and don't do anything. We've got to leave this theater and be motivated to act, be motivated to vote, be motivated to take action. And I'm so honored that these incredibly talented people make that motivation a lot easier to grasp. And so I just want to thank them for giving life to this story, for making this story meaningful and real. And I want to thank you for being here tonight to share in the experience, and I hope you enjoy the film, and I hope you will celebrate the opportunity that you will have when you leave this theater to find ways to do justice. Thanks for being here tonight.
Beautiful. Thank you.
one night now.
I did the best live you ever seen. I killed that live. I killed the live for him. Listen, man, Jamie does such an incredible performance in this film, man. We doing this again? Oh, we're walking right into this. Okay, without further ado, Caller 5, you got to do the walk-in thing. Give it to me.
All right. It's the thing from Starbucks. Go ahead,
You took your phone and you got it, right?
No. I got my phone in my hand.
Oh, that's your phone.
Pastor Brown. Bishop.
Bishop, baby.
Excuse me. Bishop Dave Brown, all the way back from Africa. Where are you from? From Africa. I'm from Africa. Just got back from Ghana. My man.
That accent is hilarious. Fantastic.
You sound Shafakan. Not Jamaican. Shafakan. You got Shafakan accent.
Go see that Just Mercy, y'all. Go see that Just Mercy. Incredible, man.
Okay.
See it.
So, where's Jay?
It's gonna be off the hook. Here we go.
Wisdom?
Wow, bro.
Brian Stevenson, man. Wow.
Please welcome the incomparable Mr. Jamie Foxx. Jamie, are we going live? We're going live. Fox, we're going live. Matter of fact, Fox, hold on, Fox. I'm throwing you the ball. You introduced the last two players on the team.
And ladies and gentlemen, they heralded the incredible, the incomparable, the leading man of all leading men. You know you love it. Give it up on your feet for Michael B. Jordan right now. Up on your feet. Up on your feet. I need some stuff. And y'all can sit down. You look good. Give it up. Don't he look good? And ladies and gentlemen, the reason that we are all up here is because a man who does not tire, he does not waver in what he does for us, for all people. Please stand again for Mr. Brian Stevenson. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason that Michael B. Jordan has put this movie into the atmosphere is because of Brian Stevenson. He is a real life hero. We're limited on time, but I want him to explain to you his journey a brief bit, and then we will actually see his journey on screen.
Me neither.
Well, I just want to say thank you to all of you, and I want to thank Terrence for making this night possible. Been told that their life has no meaning, no purpose, no value. And I've never accepted that. I believe that we are all more than the worst thing we've ever done. And through these incredible performances, you get to see the humanity and the dignity of people that I've had the privilege of representing. I grew up in a family where my grandmother was the daughter of people who were enslaved. And she taught me that to make a difference in the world, you've got to get closer to the things that matter. You can't stay disconnected. If you want to do something to help people who are being mistreated, you've got to get closer to the people who are being mistreated. If you want to do something to end poverty, you have to get closer to the poor. If you want to do something to help people in jails and prison, you've got to get closer to people who've been jailed and in prison. And this film, this project, is an effort at trying to bring the world closer to the lives of so many people who've been treated unjustly, people who've been treated unfairly. My great-grandfather was enslaved in Virginia, and yet he believed that one day he would be free. And his belief in freedom caused him to learn to read. My grandmother lived through the era of terrorism and lynching, and yet she believed that one day there'd be security. And she gave that to my mother. We grew up in segregation. We believe that if we fight for justice, we can get justice. And everybody in this project has a belief. We believe that we can create a system that is better than the system we're living with right now. We can end over-incarceration. We can stop excessive punishment. We can do something to help innocent people in our jails and prisons. And we want to believe that because you're here, and your witness here, your presence here gives us hope. It makes us think that when this film is over, the work will not be over, that the work will just be beginning. And we're just so honored that you would take time, come into this space, and I want to honor these incredibly talented people for pouring their talents, their abilities, their hearts into these roles. Each and every one of them represent things that are important. The families of people who've been condemned and thrown away, represented by Karen Kendrick's performance. People who are on death row right now who are innocent, represented by O'Shea's performance. People who have never been really regarded fairly, that are represented the way they are through Jamie's powerful performance. The role that each of us can play. You don't have to be a lawyer. You don't have to be a celebrity. You can just be a person who's committed to doing something. That's the role that Bree performs. And then finally, Michael's role, which is a role that brings together not only his incredible talent and charisma, but his heart, his commitment to see things change. I'm so honored that they've given of themselves to this project, but I'm even more honored that you're here and that you will join us in this effort to create a more just society. We're really thrilled to present this film to you and really grateful for your presence, and we hope you enjoy the movie and enjoy your night, but more than that, that you'll leave the theater looking for ways to add more justice, more mercy in our community, because we desperately, desperately need it.
It's really hard to follow that. So I'm going to say enjoy the movie, and thank you guys so much for coming up.
Someone called you. Someone named Jim called you. Just so you know, you should call Jim back.
I'll call Jim back.
That was Brie Larson holding my phone. Captain Marvel herself was holding my phone.
We're going to split up, try to knock these out.
Karen and Jay, come with me. All of it. Jesse.
Ready to leave with us. Ready to leave.
What?
This shit about to catch fire, bro.
It's about to be trying to.
Tell him. So Ellen asked me about the first time I met him.
I had to explain to her that he was on the set of Players Club first. But the second time, I'm in the Gucci store buying.
I remember
Christmas shopping, Topanga Mall. Shout out to Topanga Mall. The Gucci store. Jamie Foxx is in there twirling a cane. Literally had a cane in his hand, spinning it. Rapped all of Gangsta to me.
Oh
and then
God.
a woman popped out of a mirror with mimosas. It was the wildest shit I've ever heard.
Yo, bro. I was so excited to see you, man. And then what you did, listen, bro. You know me, man. NW is my favorite group ever.
Yeah.
And then to see you bring that to light, man. I watched that in a theater in New York, mostly white. And those people were on their feet, bro, like going crazy. I said, hey, man, this movie's about to kill, man. And you did an amazing job in that, bro.
Thank you, man. I mean, the cast, we used to sneak into theaters just to watch it.
It was amazing, right?
And it's like a concert.
It's a concert, man. It was amazing. And then what you did in Just Mercy, man, like, people don't understand your range, man, and your filmography intellect is off the chain, so I can't wait for people to grab all of you, man. Amazing.
What the thing people don't realize is I'm out here.
Oh, shit, crazy as hell. Feel that, man. January 10th is when we're doing this. It's coming out Friday. Kobe just hosted. Terrence Day is hosting. A+ Cinema Score. Sometimes we do movies and, you know, they don't turn out so good. But in this, it's serious.
Shay. He's walking. Shay.
So it's really important that we go out and support them.
Last but not least, Mr. Jamie Foxx.
Oh, dang. They get mad when I take my phone out.
Who?
Them folk. Oh, it's just us?
It's just you guys.
Oh, that's what's up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait for you to see this film. I don't want to talk long, but these wonderful actors and actresses have brought to light a story that I think is very important for us. It's not fiction. It's about a real person, Brian Stevenson, who is played wonderfully by Michael B. Jordan, about a man who goes about his life exonerating people off of death row. This particular movie deals with a case of Walter McMillan, who was. You'll see it. I don't want to spoon feed you, but to be able to work with these incredible actors and actresses and to see what Michael B. Jordan has done behind the camera, in front of the camera, I think it's amazing. It's the most necessary film that we will ever partake of. And so once you see it, tell everybody about it and enjoy the film.
Remember who came to see y'all. Oh, go Lakers.
Go Lakers. Go Lakers.
I gotta get the LA crowd.
I know, right?
This is the easiest way to get them. Oh, damn.
Oh. You all right?
I put the shoes.
And last but not least, Mr. Jamie Foxx.
You a star.
You want to do it?
Oh, yes. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to see Just Mercy. This is a very important film. A lot of times we use movies to escape the chaos of the world, but this film is right in your face about it, and it speaks to the powerful story of Brian Stevenson, played by our film's leader, Michael B. Jordan, and it's about the case of Walter McMillan, played by the man, the GOAT, Jamie Foxx right here, one of the greatest entertainers of all time, and K-Ren, Brie Larson, and myself, we help aid and pass this story along to you. We hope that this film works as a spark to light a fire and to promote change. And it starts with you. So get out there, let everybody know Just Mercy is the greatest movie of all time.
And last but not least,
go Lakers. Look at the assist.
oh, you know what I'm saying?
Magic Fox.
You know what I'm saying? Tip dunk.
I was like, oh, wow, is that you?
Oh, that was great. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Signing off, baby.
All right, y'all. Please go see Just Mercy. Super important. And, tell your friends. Tell your friends to tell their real friends. Since everybody fake over here.
There it is.
Hey now. Hey Instagram Live. Here with the amazing Jamie Foxx. This man?
Oh, come on,
This man? I can't even tell if he's more incredible on camera or off. I don't know if it's possible to compare the two.
We are incredible. She's incredible as well.
But the honor that I have to share space with this one,
Oh man, thank you.
and I'm excited for you to see Just Mercy to see exactly what I'm talking about. Your life is going to be changed and changed for the better. So thank you, Jamie Foxx.
Well, thank you.
My film husband.
Yeah, you're right.
It's my film husband.
My film wife. All right, January 10th, guys. Make sure you go see it. We out here making sure we stay enlightened. We stay enlightened about it. We stay enlightened about it, and we make sure that we go check it out.
Break the heart.